Alright, last but not least, we have some real world examples of how you're going to use this to actually kind of use quadratic equations and linear equations to kind of like do in real world problem context questions. So right here we have a question where it says that the sum of perimeters of two squares is 40 cm, while the sum of their areas is 58 cm square. Find the length of the sides of the square. So we have two of them, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use algebra. We're going to say we're going to let x, maybe I should make it a bit bigger. Let x let's use cm, right? Let x cm and y cm be the sides of the respective squares. Okay, I don't know which one is what, but we're just going to denote it first. So we can form two things: the sum of the perimeters of two squares. So a perimeter of square is in fact just 4x plus 4y. That's the sum. Is equals to 40. Well, the sum of the areas is in fact equals to 58 cm square. So we can form x square, which is the area of one square, plus y square, is in fact to 50 equals to 58. If you want to actually, just a fun fact here, if you want to look up what's x square plus y square equals to 58, draw that on Desmos and you will get a very, very interesting shape that you already know of, right? So fun fact here. Okay, now let's move on. Let's we want to find the x and y, right? So we definitely have to solve them. We're gonna like name this equation 2, okay, and we're gonna kind of derive 4 times x plus y is equals to 40 from the first one over there, and have x plus y is equals to 10, and y is equals to 10 minus x. Okay, so we have an equation. Let's call this equation 1, right? Yeah, to make it like easier, and this is equation 3. So let's sub equation 3 into equation 2. Okay, and then we have x square plus bracket 10 minus x bracket square is equals to 58. Do be very, very careful and intentional with how you are actually expanding these. A lot of students make mistakes here, especially when the x is at the back. Yeah, and it's something to be very cautious about. In fact, if you're not cautious at this step, you can actually make a lot of careless mistakes, in fact. And so we have x squared minus 10x plus 21 equals to 0. This is a factorizable one, so we have x minus 3 and x minus 7 is equals to 0. Okay, this would mean that we have x is equals to 3 or x equals to 7. Now both are positive, so both are possible, but the question here is which one is the correct answer. But don't fret first. Let's sub x equals to 3 or 7 or into like equation 3, and actually what you have is like this is 10 minus x, so it's 10 minus 3, it gives you 7, or y equals to 10 minus 7, which gives you 3. So in fact they are actually pretty much interchangeable. So if x is equals to 3, y equals to 7. If y equals to 3, x equals to 7. So in fact they are essentially the same thing. So we can say that because since this is a real world problem question, you are not essentially rejecting the answer. Okay, what you're doing is just saying that the length of the squares are 3 cm and 7 cm. Okay, essentially you're just saying that because if you look at x and y, they're kind of interchangeable in this question, in the context of this question. So do take note, and we'll see ya next time. And we've come to the end of this topic on simultaneous non-linear equations. Alright, so see ya.